Welcome to another video. This is JC Diaz. This episode of JC Diaz Uncensored is brought to you by no one. Just me, no sponsors. In this episode, we want to talk about the fall of Nicolas Maduro, the ex-president of Venezuela, who was captured today, early morning, by troops, special troops of the U.S. And we are going to talk a little bit about Maduro, and we will discuss some key moments from when he took office up until now. So let's go ahead and get the show started, and we'll be right back.
One holding either arm, three behind, and something like a dozen more surrounding, with people, 10 yards in front, clearing a path clearly. And there will be security in all of this, getting close to the person who is accused, being filmed there by what look like drug enforcement agents. You can see two individuals with DEA on their backs filming, it looks to me, with iPhones. So presumably in due course we get the pictures of that as he or she disappear behind the building. We're getting pictures again of them heading towards a building. That's what it looks like. Slowly, deliberately, their hands look from here as if they are handcuffed. The way his legs are moving, it would appear to be that his or her legs, are chained also. Quite tall, taller than the agents by his side, and he's being taken in there to a building at Stewart International Airport. As I say, the plan from here on in is to transport him, Nicolas Maduro, president of Venezuela. The plan is to take him to the Metropolitan Detention Center. That looks to me like a hangar he's been taken into. And you can tell that security agents are relatively relaxed now that they have him inside, standing, watching him. There's armed members of the military, clearly drug enforcement agents.
And we are back with you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you to the subscribers. We are right now at 350 subscribers. Thank you very much. Thank you for always being here with us. We're continuing to grow, and I hope everybody's having a fantastic beginning of the year. All right, so something happened today that, we all woke up to this news, and something happened that shook pretty much the entire Western Hemisphere, right? And that event is the apprehension of Nicolas Maduro, the ex-president of Venezuela. I've been told in the past, that I am a Trump hater. I've been told that I'm a Trump hater. I've been told that I never give credit to Trump for whenever he does something that is positive. I've been told that all I do is spread hate towards Trump. I've been told my content is negative, and all I do is spread hate towards the president. I pride myself and being someone who is a fair person, like I've said in many videos before, anybody who is deserving of me calling them out when I see something that they are doing that does not align with what the American people need, I will call them out here on my channel, independently of whether they are Democrats or Republicans. I will bring the subject to here. We will discuss it. I will express my opinion, and you guys can decide whatever you want. Since I pride myself of being a fair person, which I've always been a fair person, regardless of what people say about me, I'm going to go ahead and give credit to President Trump for doing a swift and safe mission to apprehend the ex-president of Venezuela. This ex-president of Venezuela, Nicolas Maduro, had been in power for 13 years. He ascended to power. He replaced Hugo Chavez back in April 19, 2013. And there has been so many different accusations talking about he is a dictator. He has been, fixed elections so he can stay in power. He's been in power for 13 years now. And our brothers from Venezuela, the Venezuelan people, are finally having a chance to retake their country back and start a new beginning of democracy in their country. I am really excited. I am thrilled to see how this all develops. I am thrilled to see my brothers and sisters from Venezuela take their country back, elect with their vote someone who will actually be good to the Venezuelan people, not someone who will only care about himself and his friends and families. Good job, Mr. President, Mr. Trump. Great job. It was a swift, quick mission. I know that it took days and days of planning to get to the right point to where you guys could go in and get Nicolas Maduro out of Venezuela. You did an amazing job. No casualties. As far as we know, there was no casualties. Everything was done swift and fast. And I have to give you credit. Unlike some people say that I only spread hate, but that's not the case. That I am a very fair person. When I see that you are doing something that is going to go against what the belief of the American people is, I'm going to call you out, whether you are a Republican or Democrat. But also, if you do something that benefits the American people or it benefits us in general, humanity, I will give you credit. And in this time, I'm taking the opportunity to give President Trump credit for what he did. He did a good job. Him and his cabinet, the members of his cabinet, they did a good job. It was swift. The mission was fast. Nicolas Maduro didn't have a chance to escape. Although he tried to get into, according to President Trump, Nicolas Maduro had like a safe room where he tried to get into, but he didn't have a chance to get in there because our troops went in there really, really fast. I got to give you credit, Mr. Trump. You did an amazing job. And let's hope that the people of Venezuela take this opportunity to celebrate, to feel free again after being to a ruthless dictatorship for the last 13 years. I saw many videos of my Venezuelan brothers and sisters, some of them eating out of trash cans. because that's how bad the economy was over there. Nicolas Maduro had literally crashed the economy, and he was the only one getting rich. And thank you to the U.S. and the president, freedom shines again in Latin America the way it's supposed to be. I am hoping that the next country to be freed from a long dictatorship is Cuba. I'm hoping, excuse me. I'm hoping that the next country is Cuba. I'm hoping that the president, whenever he sees it fit, Marco Rubio, I hope that you guys take into consideration the lives of the Cuban people. These people have been struggling for a long time, and I think it's time to free these people. Again, I want to say thank you to Mr. Trump for doing an amazing job. It was swift, it was quick, there was no casualties, nobody was hurt. And Mr. Nicolas Maduro is now out of power in Venezuela, giving the Venezuelan people a new opportunity to take their country back and to have new hopes and to rebuild after what has been a really long 13 years for the Venezuelan people. I am American, but I was born in Dominican Republic, so I am Latino. And this means a lot for me as a Latino. This means a lot because freedom shines again. And thank you to the United States and the president. We are letting these people know we are not going to tolerate, dictatorships, neither here or any country in the world. America, like I've said many times, is a great country. Do we still have flaws? Yes, we do have things that still need to be fixed. We are a work in progress. But America has always been about freedom. And when you got to give credit where credit is due. And in this occasion, credit is due for the president, the members of his cabinet who took charge of this mission. Thank you for your service. And I am thankful, and in the name of the Venezuelan people, we want to say thank you. Even though I am not Venezuelan, but they're brothers and sisters, and I am proud to say that thank you. I want to say thank you. Now, I want to read this real quick. This is not going to be a very long video. I want to read this real quick for you guys, and we'll talk a little bit more about what's going on, and then we'll end the video. So I just want to give you a little overview of Nicolas Maduro as a president of Venezuela, his presidency, and we asked ChatGPT, and my question was, how long was Maduro in power? And the answer I got back was, Nicolas Maduro was in power in Venezuela for over 12 years, serving as president from April 19th, 2013 until January 3rd, 2026. He was succeeding Hugo Chavez and overseeing deep crisis, contested elections, and significant international pressure, with his rule ending abruptly in early 2026 due to recent events. Now we have a few key points of his presidency. The first one is when he took office. He took office in 2013 following Hugo Chavez's death. Maduro won a special election, becoming president. Now, when it was time for re-election, he was re-elected in 2018 and claimed victory again in a 2024 election, both widely disputed and deemed fraudulent by many countries. Many countries agreed that he had fixed the election so he could stay as president. Then In 2019, Venezuela's National Assembly declared Maduro had usurped or taken power, leading over 50 nations to refuse recognition of him as the head of state. He has stolen the elections. Once again, economic crisis. His tenure was marked by severe economic collapse, shortages, and mass immigration. He During his government, the economy of the country of Venezuela completely collapsed. I've been witness to so many videos of my Venezuelan brothers and sisters eating out of trash cans, didn't know what they were gonna eat, having to leave and emigrate to different countries in order to survive. And this finally has come to an end. Now, the end of his ruling, 2026, his time in office ended in early January 2026 amidst reports of military action and a shift in power dynamics. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a little topic of a few key topics of Nicolas Maduro's presidency of 13 years, almost 13 years he was in power, and has finally been removed, has been arrested by the president and the United States, by the president of the United States, in a swift, fast, quick, casualty-free operation today in the morning. I want to say thank you again to President Trump. I want to say thank you to President Trump for a job well done. I want to say thank you to Marco Rubio, Peter Hegseth. I want to say thank you. As far as I know from the news, Marco Rubio, Peter Hegseth, and one more person that I can't recall his name right now are the ones who are going to oversee the Venezuelan government temporarily. Let's make that clear, temporarily, until they can elect someone to be president, fairly elected president. Meanwhile, they are going to be under under our watch, under the watch of the United States government, until they can elect a fairly elected president. I think it's a good move. You cannot just go in there, take the head of the state, and just leave the country, because you know that bad people will take over the country. So it is good. I think it was a good decision. Now let's stay vigilant to see what's going to happen from now on. We don't know what's going to happen. We are all watching. We are all waiting. And we are all going to be expecting that a new president will be elected, that it will be temporary, our stay in the country. We don't want another Iraq. We don't need another Iraq. We don't want to be in a country for 20 years and lose many lives. We don't need it. So we are expecting that soon they will elect a new president in the United States. After everything is done and everything is settled, we will be able to leave the country and leave the Venezuelan people with their own country. Again, thank you, Mr. President, for a job well done. Like I've said before in this channel, we are fair when we have to be fair. We are fair. Anybody who does something wrong and is in power, we are going to call them out, regardless of whether it's a Democrat or a Republican. At the same time, we will give credit where credit is due, regardless of whether it's a Democrat or a Republican. We will give credit where credit is due. And if you do a good job, we will congratulate you and give you your credit, your due credit. Thank you. And I hope you guys have a wonderful night. And this is JC Diaz Uncensored. I'll see you on the next video. See you later. Peace.